Hello everyone and welcome to INFINOX Market Insights with me, Richard Perry, analysing markets for INFINOX on Wednesday the 11th of August. Now into today's session there's a fairly quiet open to proceedings. There isn't a great deal of drive through markets at the moment. The reaction to the US Senate passing the infrastructure bill of $1 trillion hasn't really been all that significant. US equity markets just edged higher. And it seems as though there's a fair amount of caution still through equities around key resistance levels. But what we have seen is the continuation of this dollar strengthening move, certainly against the safe haven currencies in the Forex majors, and the likes of the euro and the yen are still under pressure through that, and I'll take you through those charts in a bit. But we've seen that this continuation of that dollar move has come in the wake of the non-farm payrolls report. We're focusing today on the inflation numbers. The CPI is expected to just slip back slightly, which may suggest that inflation is starting to peak in the US, and we'll be focusing on that today. But the main market moves are certainly going to still be focusing on how the dollar reacts. I think also to Fed speakers as well. We've got a couple of others today, Bostic and Esther George speaking today. So let's look out for those too. Now, in terms of the charts we're looking at today, as I said, euro dollar is at a key level. It's 117 big figure. That's a massive level of support that euro is testing now. We'll see the technical implications of what could happen there. And also dollar yen testing a key level of resistance on the upside, moving higher through that dollar strength and the relative yen weakness. We've seen dollar yen testing that key resistance level. We'll look at the implications of that. And finally, also the DAX. Again, equity markets testing resistance levels, but looking a bit tentative. So let's have a look at these charts. So on to the INFINOX MT5 platform now, and just starting with euro dollar, we can see that the decisive move to the downside in the wake of that payrolls report on Friday is now testing this crucial level of support at 117 big figure. That was the March low. I'll go up one more level and you can see the importance of that, because a breakdown of that, you're looking at 16 big figure, and then that is a massive level of support that if that gets broken, well, you're back in the realms of the 14s, 13s, and maybe 12s. So you need to be very careful of this move, I think, below 17 big figure. It could be a significant moment. So zoom back in here. We can see that the downside move in euro dollar has continued in recent sessions. That RSI still at above 30. Now, 30 does tend to be a bit of a limiting factor on the RSI, but it has historically got back to 25 in the previous selling phase. So there is precedent for downside move there. Let's go into the 4-hour chart. You can see that, zooming out one level, you can see that it is a little bit stretched on that 4-hour, but it's just not stopping at the moment. And I think if how the market reacts to this inflation data today for the US could be crucial. Certainly, if inflation stays fairly strong, then the US dollar could continue to strengthen with that, and the outlook for the euro doesn't look good at the moment, generally across the board on Forex majors, but certainly against the dollar. And on dollar yen, well, just coming out one level, you can see that it's testing this area of resistance here. And what we can see is that the area of resistance between 110.70 and 110.80 has been limiting certainly on that previous rally of July, but the market has continued to push strongly higher since that payrolls report on Friday, pushing on that 110.70 to 110.80 level of resistance. You've got the improvement coming through the momentum now, the RSI, the relative strength index, now moving up towards that 60 mark. I think above 60 would suggest strengthening momentum on that dollar yen. And a close above 110.80, well, that opens 111.65, and that obviously is the really important level of resistance there. So certainly dollar is strengthening against the yen still, and it's open for potential upside towards 11.65. In terms of the support, go on the 4-hour chart, you've got a reaction low at 10 big figure essentially there. That's the latest real reaction low that you've got on dollar yen. And finally, onto the DAX. Well, equity markets just looking tentative, I think, at the moment. We can see the DAX bumping its head up against the 15,800 area of resistance, which is effectively all-time high territory. looking okay in terms of the candlesticks, but they are testing that resistance on a daily basis and not really managing to get through. And you look at that RSI momentum, well, just tailing off again underneath the 60 mark, that leaves me a little bit concerned. And if you look at the other momentum indicators, the stochastics have just rolled over, a little bit of a cross, not yet a confirmed sell signal, mind you. The Bollinger Bands are going sideways. That's it again, points towards ranging territory. The MACD lines are slightly positive, but I wouldn't be getting all that excited about it. I'd say that we need to be careful of false upside breaks on this one, because certainly that one, for example, back in July, the false upside break eventually came through with a big sell-off on a near-term basis. So that would be the concern there, I think, for the DAX. You've got the support that comes in around 15,700. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you found it informative for your trading. Join me again on Friday, where we'll be looking at the progress of these dollar trades and at the US Michigan sentiment. So I'll leave you with the INFINOX support and resistance table, and I'll speak to you then. Thank you very much.